the pride of Gadsden, Alabama, and is a two-time BCS national champion for the Crimson Tide, now playing for the Cincinnati Bengals, who drafted him 17th overall in the 2012 draft. He is at Dre Kirk Swag on Twitter, and here in person, Dre Kirkpatrick. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
So when I heard you're coming out here to California, and I'm like, you know, Dre Kirkpatrick could come in, should we book him? I'm like, absolutely, 100%. Because I like the way you play, and I have to address the last time that we were talking.
Exactly.
Yeah, that you flushed the toilet right in the background.
Right.
Can we discuss?
Well,
what
yeah, I
happened,
want to
Dre?
confirm on that one. Actually, I wasn't using the restroom, but I was in the bathroom. I was in the locker room of the stadium, and you know, I didn't know a guy was in the bathroom, and I was actually standing by the stall. And when he got up, you know, I realized that then I was trying to hurry up and get out.
Okay, so if I'm not, can we say who was in the toilet?
Nah, I'd rather not.
You would want to leave that
Yeah,
what happens in the locker room stays in the locker room?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were right there.
Yes.
Wasn't you, it was somebody else.
Yes.
So this means, since you didn't see him, that means this person must have been in the stall, right?
He was in the stall.
Okay,
yeah.
so now we have all the information that we need.
Yes, sir.
And we can move forward.
Clear it up a little bit.
Because my Twitter feed blew up. Our phone lines were like, did Dre Kirkpatrick just flush the toilet in the middle of that interview? And we had you on the show after that huge Monday night win that you guys had over the Denver Broncos. I believe you had a pick six of Peyton that night.
Yes, sir.
If I'm not mistaken. How do you think the Bengals are set up for the 2015 season?
I feel like we headed in the right direction. We got a lot of key guys back, especially with getting Mike Johnson back. I feel like he already makes the defense look totally different. Geno's he's back to speed. I feel like he got his groove back.
He's as good as they come, Geno Atkins.
Man, he's good as he want to be. You know, and I really seen it last year. You know, I feel like the knee was really bothering him last year, and you know, I feel like now he got a little bit more confidence.
Yeah, we were there that Thursday night. It was a Halloween night in Miami.
Yeah.
That was a Thursday night game where
Yeah,
Geno goes down right in the middle of that game. There was a walk-off safety loss for you guys. It was a really strange night for the Bengals, obviously. But so his knee was definitely affecting him last year.
It really was, and you know, I know what he went through because I obviously had to go through the transition of coming off a serious injury to the knee. So you know, it's just all about getting back used to the feel of, you know, something different, because it's not going to feel the same. It's going to be different, but, you know, gaining confidence in your knee again.
Of course, as you know, it's a quarterback-driven league. I'm here with Dre Kirkpatrick of the Cincinnati Bengals, and your quarterback is in the spotlight, talking about how in the spotlight he doesn't perform very well. Does he hear that criticism, do you think?
Not from us, you know, and he's taken a lot of heat, but I feel like last year he played pretty good to me. You know, like I said before, obviously he didn't have his big targets. You know, number one and number two receivers go down. Number one and number two tight ends not there. So, you know, his main target is he's throwing the ball to guys that he's not familiar with. So, you know, going into that, you know, like Coach pretty much telling it, it's on the defense tonight. You know, we knew offense was hurting in certain situations and certain positions, but, you know, that's what it comes all down to being a team, you know, rallying behind guys and pretty much building their confidence back up.
How good is Jeremy Hill? How good is that kid?
Oh, man, he's a freak. You know, he always dances and does his little dance. So I told him, I said, the more you get in the end zone, the more you can do your dance. So, you know, but his talent is crazy, you know, and he was young when I was playing in college, so I don't really remember him a lot on the field, but, you know, he's somebody special.
Well, you know, all these LSU guys coming into the NFL right now are having their day. Are you fine with that, being, you know, a Crimson Tide guy? 'Cause Odell, you know, you've got him, you got Jeremy Hill, you got Landry. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
I could go on, but I just, you know, you're sitting here on my show, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Bama boys, we make a little noise. You know, I feel like we got some key guys and guys that play key roles in the NFL right now. And, hey, those guys are living their dream. You know, it really doesn't matter what school they go to. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, I wish them the best. But, you know, when we play them, you know, I still carry that Roll Tide in my heart.
How did Nick Saban make you better?
Just pretty much growing me, you know, helping me mature. You know, I needed a tough coach, and he showed me tough love, and that's what I needed. And I feel like he helped me in the long run to overcome the future adversity that I've received.
Why did you need it?
You know, just coming from a background where everything the society that I was in, the community that I was in, you know, they always say you're a product of your environment, and my environment wasn't the cleanest, you know. So just being around a coach that pretty much come from that era, know what that means, and being able to just pretty much help me transition into being a professional cornerback.
Right. And your hometown of Gadsden, you just held a free football camp there as part of your 21 Kids
Yes.
Foundation. Is that part of the reason why you're doing this? Is the background you just described, how it wasn't ideal for you? Is that...
I always wanted to do it. You know, my thing was no one never came back to my neighborhood, gave back to me after they went and been successful or did anything like that. And I never had the opportunity to even be presented around guys that was in the NFL or, you know, so just being able to let them know, like, hey, there is something other than Gaston. There is another outlet. Not even if it's just football, it can be academics. Whatever you put your mind to, that's what I want these kids to know, that, you know, we gotta come together and we gotta form some kind of system to help these kids out. So right now I'm just in cahoots with the mayor and trying to do a lot of great things in my community.
Yeah, the 21 Kids Foundation aimed at promoting youth health, the importance of education, and enhancing community development efforts, run by Dre Kirkpatrick here on the Rich Eisen Show. The Rookie Symposium's going down right now.
Exactly.
You know, and there's a lot. What was your adjustment to the NFL like when you're in the big spotlight? Did some people that you hadn't heard from come out of the woodwork and knock on your door? Did that happen to you, Dre?
I mean, they did. And like I said, you know, Coach Saban put a program together, you know, pretty much for after college.
Saban did this?
Coach Saban did. And so we did like maybe 3 or 4 days of training, like how people was gonna come at you, how you need to react to certain situations.
This is before the Rookie Symposium.
This was before I even got drafted. This was when I was transitioned from leaving college, going into the NFL. So he made sure he protected his guys, and that's why I tipped my hat off to him.
Right, because I've been to those Rookie Symposiums and I see what they sort of come up with these skits where actors go on the stage and put on a play in a way, talk about situations that you may find as a rookie, and some of those did come true.
I mean, that's exactly how it is, and I feel like, you know, it's just all about the message. You know, it's not who presenting it or how they doing it. It's all about, are you really listening? Are you sitting down really listening to what the people saying? Because we there 3 days, you're tired. Your mind is all, you know, you want to be with your friends and be able to be free. But it's all about, are those guys actually really listening? So that's pretty much what it boils down to.
And you got A.J. McCarron there now in Cincinnati. Is there a possibility that he can compete for this job, or is this Andy Dalton's gig?
Right now I think it's Andy's, but AJ's, he's always going to be on his coattail, because I just know the drive and the fight that the guy come to work with every day. You know, he throws an interception to Reggie Nelson one day at practice and just loses his mind. So the hunger and the passion is there. So, and I feel like those are the great signs of a great quarterback.
And we had just 1 week ago, I'm here with Dre Kirkpatrick here on the Rich Eisen Show. 1 week ago, we chatted with Devin Still as he was making his way to Philadelphia to go see his daughter. How has his ordeal, there's no other way to put it, how has that, I guess, with your seat and seeing it, how has that played out in the locker room and with you guys with Devin Still?
I mean, it did change his life, and it changed everybody's life around him, because from me seeing him transition from when we came out, because we came out together, and when the tragedy hit, you know, he went into his own world. And I know it was very hard for him. It was hard for him to compete on the field. I mean, it was just hard for him, and I took my hat off to him for even being able to still want to do it, sticking with his daughter the whole time. And, you know, when I seen him, he looked good, his shape, he got his weight down, and he looked like he's more ready and more focused on his job now, that he pretty much almost got the situation under control.
Yeah, I know. He fully admitted that he's fighting for his roster spot right now.
Yeah. But I feel like if he, you know, can bounce back and we can pretty much just continue to encourage him to get back to where he was, he's gonna be he could possibly be a Pro Bowl in this league.
And Terrell Pryor now is with the Browns as a wide receiver after being on your team. How do you think he can do as a wide receiver, being a cornerback who covers people like this for a profession?
I mean, I talk a lot of smack, you know. So
do you now?
I talk a lot of smack, and if he, you know, I always told him, like, I was messing with him out there. I was like, you come out here and do it. So now he's gonna obviously have an opportunity to showcase his receiver skills. So, you know, if he can move laterally, if he can get off the press, because it's not like college where, oh, I'm just bigger than you. You have to have technique. So if his technique and he don't have a lot of body control, I think he'll do okay if he got body control. But if he's too big, we too quick, you know. So, but I wish him
you as a professional
cornerback. Yeah, it's hard to transition in.
Sure. And so, what sort of smack do you talk? What sort of? I mean, it's not safe for work? Is it safe for work? I mean, for your line of work, I guess it's safe.
I mean, it's safe, but I'm gonna just say what I feel. No.
Now, are there some that you just don't talk to because you know that would only feed into their fire, or you just don't care? You're an equal opportunity smack.
I mean, if you pretty cool, you just working. You know, I may say something, but I probably won't go overboard. You know, like right now I pick on the rookies. We got this guy from I don't even know what school he's from. He's D3, something like that.
Okay.
He runs around and I talk smack to him all day, but actually I'm making him work. Every day he come out there and he's motivated to show me that, you know, he deserved to be there. So I just like to play on him.
So you're talking about, you mean with your teammates you're talking smack?
Teammates, players, coaches. Yeah. I mean, if I'm not talking, I'm not playing.
Now, I think I've got your list here. So who would this be? Because, you know, I'm looking at the schools. Is it Mario Alford? That's West Virginia.
No, he was undrafted.
He was undrafted. Oh, okay, because I got the
undrafted
drafted kids.
Yeah, it was
oh,
undrafted
okay.
kid.
So Steve Smith, do you go at him? Or you just leave
I
him
haven't
alone?
actually. No, I would go. I mean, if it presented itself, I'd go at him. I'm not scared of no one, but you know, he's one of those guys I know. You got to have your extra chin strap that week. So.
And before we let you go, where do you stand on this whole Antonio Cromartie, Richard Sherman thing about traveling and how the best cornerbacks travel? Where do you stand on that subject?
They need to add my name. You know, right now it's the perfect time. And I know what I can do and I know what I should have done. And you know, obviously it was just a minor setback for a major comeback. You know.
I like this. This is great. Dre Kirkpatrick right here in the studio. Will you stick around for the television audience and help us go through last night's fashion that we saw at the NBA draft?
I will.
Will you do that?
Yes, sir.
Dre Kirkpatrick, the official Rich Eisen Show fashion expert. And richeisenshow.com is how you'll be able to catch the video of that. And in the meantime, for the radio audience, I will say, you're the man.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
That's Dre Kirkpatrick.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.